But we live in a new economy now, in a connection economy. And in a connection economy, only hubris is rewarded. Only people who say, over here, because connection is where value is now, not industrialization. Here's a map of the London subway. Where's the valuable stations? It's obvious where all the lines cross. Here's a map of the internet. Where are the valuable stations? It's obvious where all the lines cross. Where all the lines cross is where value is created. Matt Ridley famously said, no one on earth knows how to make a computer mouse. There's nobody who understands plastics and hardware and software and supply chain and manufacturing and import-export who can make a mouse. We must do it as a team. And it's when teams work together that we create value. So this new economy, this connection economy, what's it based on? Here are some basic principles. The first thing is coordination. You're all here today. None of you were in this room a week ago. None of you will be here next week. Value was created by coordinating our efforts. Number two is trust. There's someone sitting behind you or in front of you, and you trust them enough to talk to them. You trust them enough to be in the room. You don't even know them, but you know that they're fellow travelers. The next idea is permission, which we just talked about. The privilege of delivering messages to people who want to get them. And the fourth element of this economy is sharing ideas. All of us are smarter than any of us. So if you think about what you do all day, how many of these four elements are at the heart of what you do? Because the institutions that are growing and the organizations that are profiting are right in the center of that. But here's the surprising part. The surprising part is these four principles are based on two words, two concepts, two principles: generosity and art. Generosity, because no one wants to connect to a selfish person. No one wants to connect to an organization that's just taking. And art is what we call it when a human being does something that connects us. When a human being does something that might not work. When a human being says, here, I made this. Art begs for connection. And that's what we seek out. Not the reliable sameness of perfection in Six Sigma, but the art of knowing someone touched it. So before I started ranting, you may have thought what marketing meant is things like likes and clicks and how many people are following you and hype. No, actually marketing is more like what does it cost and what's the story. And actually marketing is what you support and you use. Actually, marketing is now what you make. It is as far from advertising as it can be. What marketing is what is this thing? What is the experience of this service? What are the side effects it leaves behind? What does it mean to be associated with this? Let me crystallize this in the simplest way I can. Here's the question. The first person with a fax machine, what exactly did he do with it? I'll let you think about that for a second. You can't use a fax machine by yourself. Built into the fax machine is the engine of the marketing of the fax machine. As soon as you got one, you know what you did? You told everyone else you knew to go get one, so your fax machine would work better, right? That's built into Twitter and Facebook and everything else that's based on community. Bob Metcalfe, he's not shy, coined Metcalfe's Law. And Metcalfe's Law says the value of any network is the square of the power of the people on the network. So we are now in the business of building networks, not in the business of building widgets, because widgets are cheap and easy to make. Networks last a long time and they're hard to build.